Hi folks, Winkle here. Today we're on our fourth mission. We're going to be taking off from Krimsk. We're going to be heading on 045 up to the top of the lake here, and then we'll be turning east and following the lakes along until we get to the biggest lake up here. We've got Krasnodar airfield. We've got an OH-58 that has spotted some activity on the southern shore here from a forward arming and refueling point. The Russians may be looking at invading this airfield, so we're just going to take off, go up and have a look and see what we see. See you in the aircraft. Right guys, let's get going.
We're ready for your flight, Captain. Call ground crew when you're ready.
Will do, infield 1-1. Connect ground air supply.
Ground air supply.
Pitot heat on, centre fuel tank selected.
Ground air supply is now connected.
Apply ground air supply.
Ground air supply.
Let's put our HUD on while we're waiting.
Copy. Air is now applied.
Okay, let's keep an eye on our 10%, which is good. Press our left start button. Take the left throttle out, cut off into idle. That's looking good. While that's happening, let's get our master arm on. Sidewinder's warmed up. Let's get with our pilot for a minute. Radar on to standby. Chaff and flare on. Take that out. That. Okay, that's good. Let's get our second engine going.
Apply ground air supply. Copy. Air is now applied.
Keep an eye on our 10%. About there, which is good. Press our start button. Take our second throttle out. I'll cut off into idle. That's better. Okay, let's just check everything. Right, join our throttles together.
Overlord 1-1, passing waypoint 3 at 27,000. Overlord 1-1, on station.
Shutter canopy.
010 for 23 at 27,000.
Let's get our 70 degrees on the pitch now. Right, okay, let's just run through our checklist. We've got fuel tank selected. That's done. Dampers are on. Radar's on standby. Trim's at 7%. Radio is on. HUD is on. Air brakes. Easy one to forget that. Are in. Flaps on auto. Canopy is shut. Chief, disconnect air supply.
Chief, disconnect ground air supply.
Altimeter.
Copy. Ground air supply is now disconnected.
Is set. Put our mirrors on. Let's go.
Enfield 1-1. Clear to taxi to runway 4.
As far as I'm concerned, we're on the quick reaction alert pad. Everything's cleared. I'm not going to ask the tower for clearance.
3, rolling.
Right, just
4,
leave ourselves rolling up the runway. Let's extend our nose gear.
Enfield 1-1. You are cleared for
Right, there we go. Cleared for takeoff.
300 at QS
Burner in.
9.85.
Nose wheel steering is off. Gear up. Numbers are increasing.
2, rolling.
Just trim the aircraft out, keep that nose down. So I don't want to get too high anyway. So the threat is the enemy coming across the far lake near Krasnodar, on the other side of the lake from Krasnodar, and try to take the airfield. So we need to get there as quick as we can. Let's just double check our systems. So I've got our RWR on. Let's put our radar on. Everything's on down here. Let's put our pilot back in. That's fine, we're all doing good. We're going to fly to the end of the lake here, and then we're going to turn onto an easterly heading. Won't take long to burn through this centre tank, so we shall select the centre tank and select the, just jettison that. RWR's not warmed up yet. Okay, should we just take easterly heading? I'm not going to wait for our
Uzi
guys.
calling all units in the area. We've got 8+ enemy Mi-8 helis over the lake heading for the airport. All units in the area, please assist.
This is Overlord.
Okay.
Stand by.
Mi-8s need to burn in and take those guys out. Okay, so I've just put it on the search mode, but our caution light's come up, means our centre tank is empty. Put that on, switch over to balance of fuel tanks. Drop our centre tank and the pylon, turn that off and switch the select jettison, switch back to central position.
Contact bearing 089.50. Contact bearing 089.50. On flight 1 o'clock.
Overlord to Enfield. Engage enemy HIP in the vicinity of Krasnodar Airport. Weapons free. Be advised we have allied helicopters in the area. Viz ID before engaging.
Will do, Enfield 1-1. I'll just follow the lakes along here. We've got the smaller lake there, the bigger lake in the distance. That's the lake we're looking at. Krasnodar is probably just to the right of my gun sight. And the enemy FARP that we've been keeping an eye on is just on the far shore over there, so we haven't got much time to get these helicopters. If they are actually invading and trying to take the airfield out. Right, let's step our radar down a bit and sleeve the radar down slightly. I mean, we won't pick these things up unless I get really low. We're just keeping an eye on our threats here, so we've got our guys behind us. And we've got surface-to-air missile systems just off to our 1-2 o'clock.
Contact bearing 093.35. Contact bearing 093.35. Contact bearing 093.35. On flight 2 o'clock.
Okay, let's get down even lower. Really hard to see these helicopters. Really need to silhouette them against the lake or the sky. And of course you've got the other problem then of running into trees, etc. Just let the radar down slightly. I'm going to use truck air vision. Right, we've got one on a scope there, about 8 miles. Better chuck the Jaeger vision on. Okay, these are the ones we want to go for. I'm going to bring the speed right down now. It's hard enough trying to work out the closure rates on a fast jet to a helicopter. Got my speed brakes out. I want to get down to about 300 knots. Got to try and get these guys before they get the let's go for this one before they get the troops on the ground. Box 2. Bam, splash. Right, got some hits on that one. Be really careful with my ammunition. I'm going to turn around and focus on those guys, because they're the first guys going in, obviously. Of course, I've made the first rookie mistake, is I haven't told my flight to engage them.
Flight. Copy. 2, engaging bandit. 2, Fox 2. 2, engaging bandit. 2, Fox 2. 2,
I think he's going. No, he's not, he's wobbling. Right, we'll leave him alone to miss the trees. I don't want to get too fast, about 300 knots will be fine. Okay, I want to get that. Let's just go with these guys here at the moment. See them, which is a bonus. Box 2. Miss. Right, that's not done him any favours. Let's keep the speed down a little bit.
4, engaging bandit. 3, Fox 2.
Really got to be conservative with your ammo.
Engaging bandit. 3, engaging bandit. 3, engaging bandit.
Bad gunner in my part there.
4, Fox 2.
Need to lead them a bit more than you think.
Engaging bandit. 4, Fox 2. 4, engaging bandit.
God, Winkle. Awful shooting. Okay, it's 300 knots, which is good. Come on, I need to up my game here. Really need to up my game.
3, engage defensive. 3, Samwise, 11 o'clock. 3, Samwise, 2 o'clock. 2, mud spike, 8 o'clock. 3, engage defensive. 3,
Put the speed down.
6 o'clock. 3, engage defensive. 3, Samwise, 3 o'clock. 3, Samwise, 4 o'clock. 3, engage defensive.
Miss the trees, don't hit the trees.
3, Samwise, 9 o'clock. 3, engage defensive. 3,
Bits falling off, which is always a good sign. Haven't got any of the guys, any of the enemy troops on the ground yet, which is a good thing.
contact bearing 3.7 for 3.
Even with my awful gunnery.
2, 3, contact bearing 049.4.
Right, there's someone coming in here low. Don't want them landing and getting their troops out.
2, contact bearing 314.1.
I'm 250 knots. Keep an eye out for trees. Don't get too fast.
Engaging bandit. 4, contact bearing 242.1.
A few hits in now. Quite how much damage I've done, I don't know. There's one of my guys just keeping those guys busy over there. It's the airfield. Most important thing, airspeed 270 knots, that's fine. This guy's really low.
Engaging bandit.
I've been very careful.
3, contact bearing.
Try and get him silhouetted against the sky. There we go, that makes things easier.
3, contact bearing. 3, 1, 2, 4, 2.
More lumps falling off, can only be good.
2, contact bearing. 117.5.
We've got someone over here using our Jaeger vision.
4,
Oh,
engage defensive.
one of our guys attacking him.
4, contact bearing.
Don't want to get troops on the ground.
2, contact
Let's go for this.
bearing.
Just stick with this target.
2, contact
This,
bearing.
right, turning onto this one.
2, contact bearing. 133.
Whoa!
Engaging bandit.
Didn't need a haircut, but I think I just got one. Keep my airspeed up.
4, contact bearing.
These MI8s will use rockets to attack our positions down there, so we just need to really deal with them sooner rather than later. 200 knots. Okay. It's increasing. 250. Good. Right, let's get down nice and low and see if we can see this guy. Well, I'm going to crash here, aren't I? Let's pull up. Too risky. I think if I put my gear down then I would have landed. Let's go for this guy. Back the throttle slightly with 300 knots.
1042.
Let's trim the aircraft out.
2,
Whoa!
Sandlot.
Don't crash! Don't crash! Winkle.
2, engage defensive.
Don't really want to go swimming
2,
at the moment.
engage defensive.
Whoa! That was close.
2, Sam launch, 4 o'clock.
Yep, so they're going to be launching SAMs at me now.
2, mud spike, 9 o'clock.
As you can see,
2,
down here.
engaging
It's
bandit.
fine, just go in the general direction of away. Put a couple of flares out. Right, how are we doing? You guys.
2,
Left,
contact
we
bearing.
need to-
29742.
Let's go for this guy over here, because
2, contact
our
bearing.
own ground troops are attacking the other guy, I
29742.
think. It's so low, just to hit the trees before I get them. Avoid our own ground fire. Right, that guy's coming into land. He's definitely don't want.
Contact bearing 21444. 3, contact bearing 209.
Probably get shot down by my own side.
1, pop-up group 24643 at 500, flanking.
Lots of hits on him.
3, contact bearing 11643.
We may well get troops out.
Enfield Gwen 1, Overlord Gwen 1, pop-up group 26642 at
Just let our ground fire deal with
4,
him.
Sam launch, 10
Take
o'clock.
these guys out behind.
4, engage defensive. 4,
Right.
engaging bandit.
Let's pick this guy here in the middle.
Enfield Gwen 1, Overlord Gwen 1, pop-up group 29541 at 1000, flanking.
4, contact bearing 009 for 4.
That's pretty conclusive.
2, contact bearing 26844.
Right, we're going firing rockets at our ground troops there. It's not cricket, I'm afraid. And if I've got any ammo left, we will be paying the price for that. Check our fuel. Feels good.
Who's it, Overlord? Troops on the ground.
Troops on the ground. Is that we didn't want? It's okay.
3, contact bearing 08243.
170, 180
2,
knots.
stand low, 10 o'clock. 2, stand low, 10 o'clock. 2, stand low, 9 o'clock. 2,
Oh,
engage defensive.
very difficult to judge it.
2, stand low, 7 o'clock. 2, stand low, 2 o'clock. 2, engage defensive.
I lost one of my 9 lives there, I think.
4, contact bearing 131.5. 4, contact bearing 193.4.
That guy's on fire, is he? Yeah, he's not having a good day.
4, contact bearing 168.
Yeah, let's leave those guys. Leave the ground troops to deal with those guys. What have we got here? I'm out. That's it. Winchester. Well, that's the best I could do. Let's hope the rest of the flight pick off the rest of the guys. Let's just see how they're doing.
Flight.
Is there anyone left?
2, roger.
Yep, good. Here they come. Right, we've got our ground troops down
2,
here.
engaging bandit.
Enfield 1-3.
3, engaging bandit.
4-1 at 1,000 knots.
Mission complete.
3, engaging bandit.
Superb.
3, contact bearing 275.
Right, we'll just leave our guys engaging for a bit longer. They might be able to do a bit more damage.
Contact bearing 180.3. 4, engaging bandit. 4, contact bearing 021 for 2.
Yeah, we've got enemy troops on the ground, but I think we'll be able to handle those. Let's keep an eye on my fuel. Right, I'm going to RTB.
3, contact Tonto, 7 o'clock, 4-3.
Let's tell my guys to rejoin.
Flight. Join up.
2, rejoin.
And we just follow the reciprocal heading, so we'll head west fly down the lakes. And the fourth lake along is Krimsk. Let's get some airspeed up. Make sure my speed brakes are in. Reset our radar. Let's let Krimsk know we're coming in.
Krimsk, in field 1-1, inbound.
Enfield 1-1. Krimsk, fly heading 250. Forward 5. QFE 29.85. Runway 04. To pattern altitude.
Okay. Enfield 1-1.
Field 1-1.
Request landing. Right, so we just joined here. We'll just take it out of. Let's reduce the power on the throttles. Let our speed brakes out. Descend to 1500 feet. Okay, we're at 1500 feet. Let's level out, get our aim of attack right. Gear down. 3 greens. 200 knots. I don't want to get much slower than that. And a turn. Trim the aircraft. Get that angle of attack up. Okay, let's turn in. 170 knots. I remember from the briefing we've got a right crosswind. Slightly high, just getting a little bit too much altitude there. Okay, so I just want to end up slightly right of runway centre line. Got a right crosswind. 165 knots. Tip my seat up. Power back. Let's fly the indexer in. Let's get a feel for that crosswind. Right, let's get our nose up. 160 knots.
Enfield 1-1. Krimsk, check landing gear. Wind 063 at 7 meters per second. Runway 04.
Gear is down, 3 greens. Slow, speed brake in. shoot out. As all steering engaged. Get rid of our drogue chute. Speed brakes in. Okay, this is our turn. Right, we're going to do a right-hander here.
Enfield 1-1. Taxi to parking area.
Will do, Enfield 1-1. Okay, let's park up next to these beautiful F4s.
Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, pop-up group 090460 at 1,500 hot. Enfield 1-1, Overlord 1-1, pop-up group 081450 at 500 flanking.
Okay guys, see you in debrief. Welcome to the debrief guys. So as we can see, take off from Krymsk, head into the combat zone. We can see our OH-58 here. We've got our Hueys here. I managed to get in first as I'm burning in. Speed things up a bit. Yeah, we do a reasonable job trying to keep these guys from landing troops on the ground, which is what happens. And we do have some Humvees over here that are firing surface to air missiles and ground fire at the Mi-8s. We don't do a bad job. We ended up sort of clearing them up and leaving about 4, I think, and we got mission success at that point. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. So it's mission complete, so we end up heading back to base. There you go. I'm really enjoying this campaign. Very varied, quite a challenge shooting those slow-moving helicopters. Don't forget to subscribe and like and leave any comments. And I'll see you on the next one, guys.